What's up, everybody? NT Certified here, and today's Tuesday, so E3's coming, and it's coming fast, and I'm super excited. Work days are long days, because I'm ready to hop on this plane. I'm ready to go to LA. This will be my first time in LA, getting ready for the Xbox press conference, and I'm going to the PC gaming show. I'm going to EA Play. I'll get a chance to play the Scorpio before it goes onto the E3 show floor, and of course I'm going to E3. So I'm going to do 3 videos, one today, one Wednesday, and one Thursday. And I'm going to go through the top 4 things that I'm looking forward to at this year's E3. And I'm going to start with Sony PlayStation. And actually, since Sony is so big on games, I'm going to do my top 5 games that I'm looking forward to at E3. And then for each day, I'm going to do my long shot pick. Something that I would like to see, but something that's not likely to be seen. So let's go ahead and let's jump into it. This year's E3 is going to be big. I mean, everybody has a lot to prove this year. I'm not going to get into Nintendo, but the Switch is rolling. I'm not going to get into Xbox, but Scorpio's coming. But PlayStation, they don't have anything new system-wise coming out, but they have a lot of strong titles that are coming out this year, and I'm sure they're going to be showing those games at E3. If you have not seen the new gold PS4, I think it looks amazing. And they just dropped the price to $249, and it has the 1 terabyte hard drive, which I believe is a steal. And what better time to do it than the week of E3? So if you don't have a PS4 at the moment and you need one, I think it's the perfect time to go out and grab one. So the 5th game that I'm looking forward to the most is Uncharted Lost Legacy. Now, I've played every Uncharted game from start to finish. I believe it's one of the best franchises, not only on PlayStation, but on any game platform. Uncharted 4 was amazing, especially being able to play Crash Bandicoot like on the living room TV, a game within a game. Like, that's freaking amazing. And this Lost Legacy, even though Nathan Drake is not a part of the story, is going to be an amazing addition as an expansion, which is now a standalone. So I'm really looking forward to seeing, you know, what it's all about and getting my hands on it and playing it. The 4th game that I'm most looking forward to is the new Spider-Man. Now, I can't say that all Spider-Man games are good, because they're not. But there's something about controlling the wall crawler that just makes me so happy. I don't know, it's kind of like an exhilarating feeling, because trying to like when you play Batman, like you feel like you're Batman. You get to do most of his, you know, you get to use most of his gadgets, and you get to, you know, swarm around the city and Gotham, and you feel like you're in the game. And that's how I want to feel with this Spider-Man game. I can't remember. Amazing Spider-Man is the franchise that was out previous to this one, and I felt like they did a decent job, but I didn't feel overly, you know, immersed into New York City. So I'm hoping that this game goes above and beyond and comes out to be just epic, because that's what I'm looking forward to for this Spider-Man. So I'm excited to see that. Number 3 on my list is, ironically, Shenmue 3. Playing Shenmue 1 on the Dreamcast and Shenmue 2 on the Xbox. I've been waiting. I thought it would never happen. I thought we'd never get it. I actually used to look at this site that was dedicated to Shenmue, and I never thought that we would get a Shenmue 3 until I saw that Kickstarter that I did not follow. By the way, I did not back that Kickstarter. I'm not really kicking myself for not backing that Kickstarter, because I wasn't certain that we were going to get the game that we all want, and then PlayStation backed it, and now it seems like we may get the game that we want, but that remains to be seen. But regardless, I'm still excited about it. I want to see the continuation of the story, and I want to see how it plays out. And I'm hoping that we get a sure release date and some gameplay footage, some storyline, like some background of what's going on with the storyline and stuff like that. So here's hoping that we get that as well. Number 2 on my list is Marvel vs. Capcom 4. Lately, the fighting games have been amazing. I mean, Street Fighter V was kind of rough, but they are really hitting their stride right around now, actually. So I would say that Street Fighter V is a great game now. Mortal Kombat came out, I want to say maybe 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half ago. That game was amazing. Injustice came out and just knocked it out of the park. Tekken 7 just came out, knocked it out of the park. What else? There's a new Guilty Gear coming out. If that's a great game, that'll knock it out of the park. Like, the fighting genre of games right now is very, very strong, and I think Marvel vs. Capcom is going to add on to that. I know that they changed like the animations a little bit, and some people aren't too keen on the way that the characters look thus far, but I think gameplay wise this is going to be a really good game, and I'm really excited to get some gameplay footage, probably maybe get my hands on it, because I really do want to play it. And I believe they changed it from 3-on-3 battles to 2-on-2 battles, if I remember correctly from what I've seen earlier, which is not a bad thing, you know. But I'm really excited to see all of the characters that they add into the game. Now, my number 1 pick for this year's E3 for Sony is Last of Us 2, and I think that goes for pretty much, well, I'm not going to say that goes for everybody, but I'm sure that goes for a lot of people. That was the last game that finished out last year's press conference, and I'm sure this is going to get a big spot at this year's press conference. The Last of Us is an amazing game. It is, and it's my favorite type of game. I love the open world exploratory games. I love to be able to just, you know, take my own route to beating a game, whereas with some games, you know, it's linear and you have to go, you know, on one path to get from one part to the next. And I feel like The Last of Us, you know, same with Uncharted and Legend of Zelda and Tomb Raider, it's just one of those games that you can get into and you play it for hours, and the story is amazing, so you never want to put it down, and you really can't complain about that. I think that's awesome. So those are my 5 games: Uncharted Lost Legacy, Spider-Man, Shenmue 3, Marvel vs. Capcom 4, and The Last of Us 2. Now, my long shot for Sony and E3 is for them to announce a new PlayStation Portable. Me personally, I feel like they need to totally revamp the PSP, even though the PSP, I believe, is a great handheld system. It really is, but it just never caught on. I feel like they need to just revamp the system, kind of take a page from Nintendo and create something where you can play your PS4 games on the go, instead of having like a proprietary like PSP cartridge. And I think they might have something going for them. The only issue is that getting a PS4 size disc onto a handheld. So maybe that's not an option, but I feel like Sony can really do some damage in the handheld market, and I'm ready for them to take that leap, and I'm ready for them to do well in the handheld market. So those are the things that I'm looking forward to from PlayStation at E3. Let me know in the comments what you're looking forward to. Any rumors? Bloodborne 2, maybe? Of course, they're probably going to show God of War. There's a lot that Sony can show, and they have an hour and a half to do it. So, not going to say that we're all going to be disappointed, because Sony has a great track record at E3, so I'm looking forward. So let me know in the comments how you feel about Sony's E3, what you're looking forward to, what you feel that they may show, and what you feel that they may not show. As always, this is NT Certified. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing an Xbox video tomorrow and a Nintendo video on Thursday, so we can discuss what we may or may not see. As always, I appreciate you all. Peace out. Have a good evening.